Okay, now we're going to work out the unit costs. If bread costs 11 Rand 50, it's divided into 15 slices. The unit cost is going to cost you 77 cents, right? Cheese was 10 Rand. You're going to have a slice of cheese per bread, 1 Rand. Tomato was 1 Rand 50, so it's going to cost you 25 cents per slice of bread. Margarine was 15 Rand, if I'm not mistaken, so it's also going to cost you 25 Rand per bread. A lot of you didn't add this up. If you add up the total unit cost, it will cost you 38 Rand. But we are going to just do unit cost, which is going to cost you 2 Rand and 27 cents. So, fixed cost will be your rent, which is 40 Rand, plus your transport, which is 20 Rand. So altogether, your fixed costs is going to be 60 Rand. What will it cost Paul to produce one sandwich? Well, we would think that it would be 2 Rand 27, but remember he's using 2 slices of bread. So that would have to times 2, which would equal to 1 Rand and 54 cents. You would only use 1 slice of cheese. Let's keep that underneath one another. He's only going to use tomato for 1 sandwich, so that's going to be 25 cents. However, he's going to put butter on both pieces of bread, so that's 25 plus 25, so that will cost him 50 cents. So for a sandwich, if I added up this column, it would come to 3 Rand and 4 cents. Plus, remember, he has to add his cost price, or fixed cost, I beg your pardon, which is 60 Rand, which is going to make his sandwich a ridiculous price of 63 Rand and 4 cents. Do you think it'll be profitable to make one sandwich? No, of course not. Because of this high cost, he has to pay these fixed costs. So if he's going to make a sandwich for 63 Rand and add a profit, who is going to buy a sandwich for 65 Rand? Nobody. Okay, so then let's look at the next one. What would the cost price be of one sandwich if he makes 30? Same thing, really. Let's just see if it'll go. All right, it's going to take me to the next page. What if one sandwich is 304? Therefore, 30 sandwiches, you have to times it by 30, is going to give you 30 times 304 would be 91 Rand and 20 cents, right? Plus you have to add what? Yeah, your cost, your fixed costs, which we said was 60 Rand. So altogether to make 30 sandwiches, it's going to cost him 151 Rand and 20 cents. Now you divide that by 30. Why? Because we want the cost price of one sandwich. One sandwich. So divide by 30 and you will find that each sandwich costs them 5 Rand and 4 cents. Would this be profitable? Yes, it will be, because now 5 Rand, you could possibly sell it for 6 Rand, make almost a Rand profit, and people will buy it for 6 Rand, won't they? So what will it cost for 60 sandwiches? I'm not going to write it all out. It's exactly the same. Now you're going to take a cost price of 304, times it by 60. You'll get your answer. Plus your 60 cost price of fixed costs. Get your answer, divide by 60, and you'll find out that each slice is now going to cost you less money. Actually, let's work it out so that you can see exactly what I'm saying. There you go. 304 times 60 is going to equal to, you should actually try and do this on your own. Pause the video, do it on your own, and then come back and see if you've done it correctly. Should come out to 182 and 40 cents, if my calculation's right. Times it by your fixed costs, which is 60, which will then take you to 242 and 40 cents. You want to make 60 sandwiches, so divide it by 60 to find out how much each sandwich is going to cost, and it will be 4 and 4 cents. Right. What would be a good selling price for these sandwiches, and why do you say so? Well, I suppose you could write anything. You just really want to sell your sandwiches, and it's always easy to work with a round figure. So if you sell your sandwiches for 5 Rand, what profit are you making? 96 cents profit. Okay, and people will buy it for 5 Rand, I would imagine, if it's a good sandwich. Then it says, if he sells a sandwich for 6 Rands, and they're not selling it for 5, they're selling it for 6, what would be the profit per sandwich? Oopsie, too far. Let's just go back. There you go. So what would be your profit per sandwich? We said it costs you 4 Rand. He's selling it for 6. So you take 6, take away 404, and your profit is going to be 1 Rand and 96 cents. What will your total profit or his total profit be? Well, they're not asking for how much money, cost price or gross profit. They're only asking profit. So if it's 1 Rand 96, you times that by 60 sandwiches and your total profit is 117 and 60 cents. So that's how much profit he's going to make. Okay, going to do this all over again, but this time I'm going to change the question slightly. You should be able to understand it now. Hope so. Good luck.